People sometimes see networking as a transactional thing, and the problem with that is if you make it transactional, then it doesn't last long. So in this video, I'm going to talk about how do you network effectively to make sure that you can build long-lasting relationships with peers, with seniors, with other people in your industry or your sector, so that there's value on both sides. If you want to network with someone and connect with them and make sure that you establish a long-term relationship, you've actually got to see networking as like any other relationship. You can't see it as a short-term transaction unless that is what you want. Because if you go in for a short-term transaction, if you go, look, can you network with someone and say, oh look, there's a job in your company, can you tell me something about it so that I can apply for it? Then it will be very short-term, because A, that person may not respond because they feel that, well, I'm giving you something and I don't know you. What are you giving me in return? What's the value exchange? Okay, so that will mean that if you take that short-term approach, very transactional approach, it's going to be very hard to find people who you can connect with. So you've got to think about networking in a more longer term process. Now, what I might mean by this is, like any relationship, in the short term, you've got to put a lot of effort in to make sure that the person that you want to connect with wants to connect back with you. Okay, so that may mean that reaching out to them, offering them some kind of value, whether that's your opinion on something, whether that's referring them to something that you've seen, whether offering to take them, meeting them for a coffee and hopefully buying them the coffee. But show that, put some effort into the beginning of the relationship. That means that you want to connect with them, and hopefully they will connect with you. Because if you don't put that initial effort in, then for the person you're trying to network with and trying to connect with, for them there's no value from that relationship. Okay, so obviously you want something from that person. That's why people network, but obviously they've got to get value from you. So in the initial phase, for that connection to happen, you've got to invest in the value. And like if I do a sort of new business and I'm trying to connect with clients, then I'll try and offer a lot of value up front. Okay, because I need to connect with them. I need them to see the value that I can offer them in an organization. And then once I've got that connection, then I can go into a business as usual mode, as I call it, and deliver for them. Okay, so once I've won the business, I've connected with them, won the business, and I go into BAU, which is where I deliver for them. Now, if you're networking and you want to, let's say, get a mentor, or you want to connect with someone who's senior in the industry who could help you understand or learn something from them, then like I said, in the initial phase, try to put a bit of effort in to make sure that they want to also connect with you. And that's independent on how you and as well as them, and what you think works best. Some of it may be that you can help them with opinion. It might be that you might be able to help them with something that you have access to that they don't have. It could just be meeting up for coffee or lunch or whatever it is. There's some value exchange going on in the short period that allows them wanting to connect with you. Now, once you've connected with them, then you've got to maintain the relationship. It's like any other relationship, you've got to maintain. So when I, for example, network with clients, to maintain that relationship apart from the delivery, I'll check in with them to make sure that I periodically check in with them, to make sure that they're happy with everything, to make sure that things are going according to plan. So if you're networking for whatever reason, let's say you want to apply for a job in a company, there's no position, but you found someone who could hire in the future, but they're not hiring now, so you've made the connection. Now you've got to maintain that relationship, and that means checking in with them, maybe asking them questions, but offering something of value. What you don't want to be is someone who drains their time. Okay, that every time you connect with them, that they have to give you something, they have to give you an update, they have to give you advice, they have to help you. You should be able to offer something in return, and that ensures that the relationship is maintained. And then hopefully, after a period, you both get what you want out of that networking opportunity, that connection opportunity, whether it's a job, whether it's a mentor, whether it's a peer that you can rely on, whether it's even friendship that you get in a professional setting. Whatever it is, you achieve what you achieve, and then it's a continuation of that, because you've got to always maintain networks and relationships, so you've got to do that. If you want to effectively network, okay, it's not a short-term thing where you just go in with a transactional relationship and expect to get something long term. It's not going to happen. Like any relationship, when you are networking, whether you're looking for a mentor, a peer, or whatever, you need to put in a short term effort to make sure they want to connect back with you, and then you need to maintain that relationship. And again, it all depends on between you and the person that you are networking with. But it doesn't work if it just becomes a transactional thing, or even worse, it becomes a one-way thing where all you're doing is asking them for things, asking them, have they got a job? Can they look at your CV? Can they refer you to so and so? If it's always you asking them for something, then that's not really a networking relation. That's not a relationship as such. And so therefore the networking becomes very transactional, and if they don't get anything back, then they probably won't respond to you. Well, thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do like and share the video, and look out for the next video. Thank you.